Here we go. Now 1, nothing wrong with me. 2, nothing wrong with me. 3, nothing wrong with me. 4, nothing wrong with me. What's up, everybody? How is everybody doing today? Welcome to the show. I am your host, Michael Garza, as my boy George Washington would call me, Michael Garza. What up, everybody? So we are live. We're doing a show. Feeling sexy, feeling good. It's the chilled energy drink hour, by the way. Boom. So we're making fun of the iced coffee hour to some degree. You guys have heard of the iced coffee hour. It's got my boy Graham Stevens and his boy toy. I can't remember what his boy toy's name is, but yeah. So I kind of make fun of that show by doing this show. This is an occasional show that I will do making fun of the iced coffee hour by doing the chilled energy drink hour. Also, I wouldn't say brought to you by Monster, but I'm going to put a Monster affiliate link in this somewhere. Hold on. I'm a little slow this morning. And kind of woke up with a bit of a headache. Probably just need to vacuum the floors is what I need to do. Yeah. Feels like the first time to stand here by your side. All right. But yeah, welcome to the show, everybody. We're here live. We're doing it live. F it, we'll do it live. That's right. We're doing it live. We're here and we're ready to be sexy. Try not to undress me. Sphere Plaz, what up, my brony brother? My brony baloney brothers. So many bronies, so little time. So I am slowly waking up. This is what this. I wouldn't say I'm just sleepy this morning. I didn't sleep very well last night. I'm trying to go to bed earlier, and it's been a pain in my ass. Oh man. So I'll admit it, I'm struggling a little bit this morning, for sure. Absolutely struggling just a bit. But that's okay, things happen. What up, my bronies? Hello, says Miracle Boy, and Chocolate is nice. Hello, you guys are incredible. Thank you guys for saying hello. Chocolate is nice, dude. I like that. Miracle Boy. What a pimp. Dude, I'm a simp for the pimps. And I'm a pimp for the simps. Oh. It's good to see everybody on here, though. The more the merrier. So we're talking about swing trading real estate investment trust ETFs. So REITs are incredible, by the way. REITs are unbelievable. I think it's the closest in easy. Well, I wouldn't say the closest, but it's easier than actually flipping real estate on your own because you're swing trading the price fluctuations of an ETF that has several individual REITs. One thing I love about REITs is that each REIT has its own portfolio of real estate, and that real estate is leased out by that company. And you, as the shareholder of the REIT, benefit in the form of a dividend. I love that. So the dividend yields are actually pretty juicy for REITs. Another fun thing I got to mention about REITs in general is
laugh out loud.
The price is fairly like they appreciate over time. REITs appreciate over time, but my main thing, the main thing that I love about REITs the most is, sorry, I need to drink my energy drink. Hold on. But the thing I love about REITs the most is that you can consistently trade the fluctuation of price without having to worry about it going too low. And here's the thing. When you dip buy an ETF that has REITs in it, there's some advantage to that. Meaning that the yield obviously is going to go up, the dividend yield, when the price goes down. So there's a huge advantage to that sort of price fluctuation. So I love buying, for example, the VNQ or the SCHH on the dip. These are two ETFs that hold a variety of REITs. And like I said, each REIT holds real estate, and that real estate is leased out to their respective customer base. Oh, I'm doing pretty good, T3. I'm doing pretty good, man. Who is Otis? Midnight Kitty. Who the hell is Otis, by the way? American-made WWE. Okay. I don't know who that is, man. I don't know, bro. I just don't know. I don't know dick about tits, dude. I don't know anything. I don't know what any of you guys are talking about, man. I gotta wake my ass up, though. Oh, yeah. I'm feeling pumped right now like a bathmate. Yeah, I'm feeling pumped like a bathmate, yo. I'm feeling pumped like a bathmate. Dude, chillax. I'm not gonna ban you, dude. Why would I ban you? I ain't gonna ban you, dude. I don't ban people on this channel. YouTube actually might ban you, though. But I'm not. I don't really care about the whole moderation thing. People take moderation so seriously. I think moderation's stupid for the most part. Skippy is saying, when I snap my fingers, you will forget you were ever gay. Okay. Snap your fingers. And you could do it all by yourself. Let me see you do it. You got to do your thing, man. I get it. Colts signed... Dude, Colts actually signed Phillip Rivers? Really? That is insane. So I want to go over with you guys, not Phillip Rivers. I'm actually a little bit shocked. Hold on. I'm going to look up Phillip Rivers real quick, actually. Defector. A headline from the website Defector says Colts audition Phillip Rivers, impossible act of elder abuse. All indications are Colts signing quarterback Phillip Rivers. No way. Ooh. I love it, man. Dude, I can't wait to see Phillip Rivers play, man. I legit hope they sign him, man. And maybe could Phillip Rivers lead that team to a Super Bowl? That would be insane. That would be the wildest way to get your first Super Bowl, man. That would be the wildest way to get your first Super Bowl, in my opinion. It'd be really cool, though. And I would love to see it, man. I think, and Phillip Rivers is an amazing QB. He's one of the best. And I think he deserves a shot to try to get a Super Bowl. I really do. But let me let's start by talking about why you're all here. What are you doing here? We're going to talk about a few things. In fact, you know what? I'm going to do something a little bit unorthodox. Carl H says, own silver? Absolutely. Silver is a good investment, in my opinion. I love silver. And to those of you that don't own silver, man, I think you're kind of missing out on a few opportunities, you know. You're here to hate on Oregon. Oregon's a very interesting state. I'll say that. We're a very interesting, odd state, for sure. And there's a lot to hate on. Our governor, I totally get it if people don't like our governor, Tina Kotek. I think she's just awful. I don't like her at all. I think I honestly, I thought Kate Brown was bad. And then I realized, you know what? Tina Kotek might be worse. You're here to hate on Oregon, Skippy. Hell yeah. I'm sorry to hear that, Crunch. You're jobless, man. I'm sorry to hear that. I don't reveal what I do. I'm trying to keep my personal life as low to the ground as possible. As much of an open book as I typically am. I try to keep my personal details about my life low. So I don't like to tell anybody what I'm really doing, because you don't always want to reveal your plans of what you're doing, man. Sometimes you can't. You could do that with loved ones. You could tell your loved ones what you're doing, but telling strangers what I'm doing, I think that's a bad call. That's a bad call, man. So wait, Crunch, you were saying that I was telling people to go to college? First off, I discourage college. I think college is pretty much not for everybody. And I think most people shouldn't go to college. Wait, why would I just read your comments or ban you? I don't understand that. Why would I do that? Feels like the first time to stand here by your side. Together regardless, we'll walk through the darkness. Still feels like the first day of my life. Feel like I'm stoned. I wanna be alone. Just for a while, oh no. I am the best LGBTQ streamer of all time. Thank you. But yeah, this is the chilled energy drink hour, and we're ready to party. We're ready to roll. Let's go. You used to watch me? First off, I think going to college is a bad call. I'm not a fan of college. I went for a semester just to try it out when I was younger, and it sucked. I'm not gonna ban you. I don't ban people. That is not my MO. I let people say what they want, and honestly, my chat is the Wild Wild West. Go into the Wild Wild West. Carl H is wanting to know, tell me what you think of MSTR as a company. I think it is the biggest Ponzi scheme of all time. I think Micro Wiener Strategies by Michael Saylor is the worst company of all. How could any CEO with any ounce of sanity turn their software company into a full-out Bitcoin treasury? He's relying on the price fluctuations of Bitcoin. Michael Saylor is going to single-handedly turn people off of Bitcoin. He's going to be the primary reason people are like, no thanks. Bitcoin sucks because Michael Saylor is a grifter. And Michael Saylor, by the way, is one of the biggest grifters I've ever seen. I can't stand Michael Saylor, dude, pisses me off to no end. Yeah, I'm not a Michael Saylor fan, dude. I think Michael Saylor, like, he's just the worst of the worst, man. Like, when it comes to grifters, dude, good Lord, man. Michael Saylor. Do we talk about Michael Saylor a little too much on this show? Yeah, absolutely. I think we're obsessed with Michael Saylor. We think he's cute. Do I think Michael Saylor's cute? Hell yeah, dude. He's the cutest. Michael Saylor. Crunch is saying, I'm an early viewer, but my attention span is so low that I stopped viewing. It's okay, bro. It's all right. Scott Southwood said, correct me if I'm wrong, but you seem like you have a complex brain, and making a YouTube like this is your release from your stress. In a lot of ways, yeah, YouTube is a form of therapy for me. It's a therapy that helps me make money. You know what I mean? Because here's the thing, I will admit, it's a way for me to get out all my ideas and a way for me to share my thoughts with everybody. So, for example, I will say this, with Bitcoin and all that, Bitcoin's a ripoff. Bitcoin's a Ponzi scheme. I do want to say that when swing trading the SCHH, it's one of my favorite ones to swing trade, not only because it has a low cost basis to get into, but when it dips, I buy the dip on the SCHH for sure. And I like the fact that there's a dividend that's paid. So when I'm buying the dip, if I have to wait for it to go back up, I don't really mind waiting because I get a sweet little fat dividend. I love my fat dividends, dude. Let's take a look here. Ooh, did SCHH dip even more? But yeah, so whenever the SCHH dips, I definitely buy more of it because Why not? It's a REIT ETF. It's a real estate investment trust ETF that honestly is one of the best ETFs out there. And one thing I did notice about it is, ooh, give me a second. I mean, it has 124 different holdings in it, and they're all real estate investment trusts. So, just to give you guys a little more insight on it, so SCHH tracks a market cap weighted index of U.S. real estate investment trusts, excluding mortgage REITs and hybrid REITs. The listed name is SCHH, is Schwab U.S. REIT ETF. So, the thing is with this ETF is it holds so many individual real estate investment trusts. It holds approximately 124 different real estate investment trusts. It's incredible, man. User, what do you want me to answer, bro? What is your question even? But anyway, I'm going to ignore the chat for a little bit. So we have 124 different holdings. It's incredible. And I will say that 49.73% of its total assets, check this out, are only 10 companies. Literally half of this ETF is just 10 companies, right? At least in total weighted value. So these are the companies, by the way. Boom. Checking the Robinhood app, yeah. But yeah, I love SCHH. It's a great REIT to swing trade. You get a dividend. It's pretty sexy. I take it. Carl is saying seems Saylor always buys Bitcoin at peaks, not dips, but he will be rich, leaving MSTR investors rinsed. Oh, I can see that happening, man. Look, I firmly believe that Michael Saylor is one of the biggest grifters out there. And I'm not a fan of Michael Saylor. I mean, I pretend to be. I pretend like, that he's my biological stepdad and stuff. But deep down, I think Michael Saylor is bad for the world of investing. I think he is a net negative to the investing world because he's trying to turn young men and older men into gamblers. I don't want to see that, man. I want to see a healthier world, less gambling. There's just too much gambling going on, man. So I would love to see Mr. Michael Saylor. I'd love to see him stop with the whole gambling shtick, is what I like to call it. I don't know. It's got to stop, man. It's got to stop at some point. But what do you guys think about Michael Saylor? Do you guys think that he's just a total grifter? Crunch is saying, Garza, say bye to me. Bye, Crunch. I'm not trying not to ignore you, bro. So Crunch is saying, buy my cutie teddy bear. Make sure you tap the like button, though. You guys, tap the like button, bro. Jump Far is asking, Kimoy Chapman, where are you? Kimoy, where'd you go? Also, make sure that you guys, like I said, tap the like button if you can. It helps the channel grow. The more likes we get, the more this show gets pumped out to the masses. I mean, pumped. I'm pumped up. Like a bathmate, yo, I'm pumped up. Like a bathmate, yo, I'm pumped up. Like a bathmate, yo. Let's go. Everybody get up in the chat room. Yeah, get up in the chat room. Treat it like Yahoo. You guys remember Yahoo Chats, by the way? I think that we need to bring back the Yahoo Chats format. Kimoy Chapman, where you at, boy? Jump Far. Jump Far is wondering where Kimoy Chapman is at. I don't know. Now, Kimoy has been avoiding the chat because I think that Kimoy has a little bit of a... I think he likes to goon a little bit, and it's fine. Gooning is not a... if you want to goon, you got to goon. I get it. But Kimoy's the man. Kimoy, I respect Kimoy's decisions. Kimoy is always super kind every time he comes onto this show. We love our boy Kimoy. My boy Kimoy. Hell yeah. All right, let's take a look here. Oh my god. Yeah, but overall, I mean, swing trading the SCHH is one of my favorite things to do when it comes to the REIT. When it comes to REITs, because I mean, I love REITs. I really do. I'm just a REITs kind of guy, and REITs in my sheets, man. REITs in my sheets, 24/7. I think what it boils down to when it comes to the REIT, to the real estate investment trust sector, I mean, SCHH, when it comes to buying the dip, first off, I love buying the dip of any REIT ETF because I know that even if a couple of those REITs fail, like let's say like even 10 of them went bankrupt in that specific ETF, right? You still have other REITs that are in the ETF to back you up. So there will be price fluctuations. Obviously, with great diversification comes, limited upside. You still get the upside, though. By the way, you can buy the dip anytime you want. That's why I keep cash on the side to swing trade, right? I keep a lot of available cash in my brokerage account, so I have I call it ammunition to swing trade a little bit. OMG, you guys, my crypto portfolio, LOL. You guys remember how I told you guys I bought like $1 worth of every single crypto that's tradable on Robinhood, even though I don't believe in crypto at all. I think crypto is grifto. But I got bored and I was like, you know what? Why don't I just buy $1 of every single crypto? No matter how stupid or smart, it's all stupid. It's all a Ponzi scheme. But I decided, why not just buy $1 of every single crypto, Just in case Michael Saylor is right. But yeah, the reason I swing trade the VT primarily. I would say most of my swing trading involves the VT. But my secondary swing trades have to do with the SBIT and the so it's SBIT and SCHH primarily. I don't really swing trade the VNQ that much. I kind of avoid the VNQ as far as swing trading goes. SBIT actually went down quite a bit today. What the heck? Bitcoin probably went on a bull run, so that's probably explains it. I need to buy some SBIT for my big tits, dude. Do you guys think everybody's kind of jealous of my nice rack? I think most people are kind of jealous that I got a pretty sweet rack, man. Like, I look good, dude. People get jealous quite often, and they're like, dude, Mike, you got some nice boobies, dude. You got some nice man boobs. And I'm like, thank you. I agree. I have nice tits, dude. Anyway, I do want to go over a couple facts. So I want to kind of go over a practical rundown of the benefits of swing trading REIT ETFs. So my approach is a buy low, sell high strategy, but here's the thing, and this is not financial advice, it's for entertainment and educational purposes only. I do want to go over structural and diversification benefits versus individual REIT stocks. So there's instant diversification, like a REIT ETF spreads your money across many REITs like office, industrial, residential data centers, towers, storage, etc. So if one REIT blows up, bad management, bad debt, tenant issues, it hurts less because it's a small slice of the fund. Now, there's also lower single name risk. So swing trading single REITs can be brutal. A single earnings miss, tenant default, or debt refinance can crater the stock. The ETF itself smooths out these idiosyncratic events, so your swings depend more on sector moves than single company drama. It's also easier to chart and back test. An ETF's price action is usually cleaner and less gappy than an individual REIT. There's also support resistance, monthly averages, RSI, etc. They often behave more predictably on liquid ETFs than on illiquid small REITs. So I prefer, this is why I love swing trading REITs, just because there's so many advantages there. It looks like Bitcoin went up on a bull run, though. Let's take a look at that real quick. Uh-oh, Bitcoin's on a bull run. Yeah, so I buy the SBIT on the dips. That's another one. So there's basically 3 ETFs that I primarily swing trade. VT, SCHH, and the SBIT. I love both of those. I love all 3 of those, I should say. When it comes to semen retention, I don't know where I retain it, like in a storage container. I don't know. What are you asking, man? What is happening? I've lost control of the chat, people. I tend to lose control of the chat pretty easily, man. I don't know what's happening, man. I don't ban anybody, though. That's just my mantra. It's my ninja way, dude. My ninja way, bro. Anyway, I'm going to keep talking about swing trading a little bit. Now, there is less homework on individual balance sheets. So check this out. So you don't have to obsess over each REIT's lease rollovers, debt maturities, region, property type, etc. You just have you have an ETF, a fund basically, that already baskets all of these REITs for you and cleanly. So swing trading the price fluctuations of a REIT ETF can be very, very lucrative. In fact, I love, like I said, I love buying the dip of the SCHH because I know that holding it for a long period of time is not necessarily a bad thing. But yeah, buying it on the dip though, man, there's so many price fluctuations that actually happen that people don't account for in REITs. So there will be times the market will price in like rate cuts, all sorts of things. So when the REIT sector dips, man, I'm buying. I want to lower my cost basis. And lowering my cost basis is the smartest thing I could do. Because when a dip is happening with a REIT ETF, I see it as an opportunity personally. I love swing trading ETFs. I don't swing trade individual stocks. Now, granted, I hold individual stocks for the long term. I trade like 3 specific ETFs for the short term, and I also have several ETFs that I hold for the long term. Roughly 20 to 30% of my portfolio is swing traded. So swing traded assets, which I just use as ETFs only. And then everything else is buy and hold, right? And I think that's the way to do it. So, let's see. What else we got here? I can't believe Phillip Rivers might be making a comeback, though. That's crazy. All right, so income plus trading edge combo. So dividends while you wait. So REIT ETFs typically have above average yields compared to standard equity ETFs. So when you swing trade, when your swing takes time to play out, you're still collecting distributions which can soften drawdowns or flat periods. Downside cushion from yield as well. So because buyers are attracted to yield, REIT ETFs can sometimes find support when the yield becomes especially attractive at lower prices. That can help create repeatable swing zones, high yield buying interest bounce. So buying REIT ETFs on the dip can be a huge advantage, in my opinion, because there will be interest again because the yields keep going up, right? If the price goes down, the yields tend to go up. The percentage, just the percentage right there. The dividend itself doesn't necessarily change. The quantity of what you receive in the dividend doesn't change, but you're getting the dividend at a better price, if that makes sense. So I personally love swing trading REIT ETFs. I just think it's fun, mainly because it's so boring. But those swings they really count, man. And when it takes a while for the upswing, that's okay. I receive a dividend, and I count my blessings at that point. I love it. And then also reinvested dividends can boost returns. So if you reinvest, your position size quietly, your position size quietly grows over time, making the next swing potentially more profitable. Even if your price moves are modest, the combo of price swings plus reinvested yield can add up. Now, it does have volatility that's just right for swing trading. So sector is cyclical and sensitive to rates. So REITs react strongly to interest rate expectations, right? Hold on. Give me a second. Okay. Hold on, you guys. I gotta check something. But yeah, anyway, REITs react strongly to interest rate expectations, economic growth, and inflation. That produces clear cycles and trends you can trade. Rate cut hopes, soft landings, real estate recoveries, etc. It's typically less insane than like meme stocks or options and stuff like that. REIT ETFs can be volatile enough to swing, but they're usually not as wild as like leveraged ETFs, penny stocks, or even like the meme names, like the meme coins and stuff. This can make risk management more predictable and less YOLO-like. There are recurring tradable patterns as well, because REITs are tied to macro narratives, rates, housing, commercial real estate, fears, etc. The same stories come back. Office is dead, Fed pivot incoming, real estate recovery play, those things. Those repeating narratives often create similar chart patterns over and over. So you can kind of predict where the market will go, but not fully. See, I tend to respond to what the market does on a day-to-day basis instead of trying to predict it, right? So when I see a REIT ETF like the SCH dip, I'm like, okay, it's a good dip buy. I'm a dip buyer at the end of the day. And I find it to be safer to buy the dip of an ETF because it's spread out, the risk is spread out, than buying the dip of an individual stock. As much as I love Coca-Cola, buying the dip of Coca-Cola can scare me a little bit. Because, anything can happen with an individual company, right? And anything can happen to any of the individual companies in an ETF, granted. But if the ETF is well constructed, has great companies in it, you're not having as much risk by having a diversified play, right? Diversification is key in swing trading. And when I say diversification, I mean just have ETFs that already have everything you want in them, right? It makes life a little easier, in my opinion. Now, there's also liquidity, execution, and cost benefits. Good liquidity for major REIT ETFs. Big REIT ETFs usually have tight bid-ask spreads, which matters a lot when you're when you're entering and exiting frequently. It's got better liquidity, less slippage, eating into your swings, low transition costs versus real estate itself. You're trading real estate exposure without closing costs, brokers, property managers, or insurance. Really, you can get real estate economics via a stock-like instrument on top of that. In expense ratio spread over many trades. REIT ETFs do have expense ratios, but if you're trading a low-cost one, the annual fee is fairly small relative to potential swing gains, and you're outsourcing all the security selection and rebalancing work. My life is so much easier because I swing trade ETFs, right? And I want my life to be easier. I don't want it to be difficult. Hell no. The meme guy. What's so lame about trading, dude? Dude, swing trading is great. I make a lot of money swing trading the SBIT, for example, right? Because Bitcoin's a Ponzi scheme, and I'm not saying everybody should do this. I think you have to have a certain temperament to be a good trader, at least a swing trader. But yeah, I got a pretty simple philosophy, man. Aaron Russell, so what? Okay, I pay 20%, 20+% in taxes on short-term gains. So what? Why would that matter to me? Right? Like, why would that matter to me ultimately? I don't mind. Look, it's by the way, you pay 20+% on taxes on short-term gains, sure, but that's on the profit. I want to repeat myself, Aaron, that's on the profit. You're still profiting. Sure, you pay taxes, but who the hell cares? Profit is profit. And by the way, I'm not swing trading my whole portfolio. Do you know how insane that would be? Do you know how insane that would be to swing trade my whole portfolio? I only swing trade like 20 to 30%. 20 to 30% of my portfolio consists of 3 ETFs that I swing trade. The rest of my portfolio is buy and hold, collect dividends, don't touch it, right? But honestly, I fund my portfolios through swing trading large ETFs. I fund my portfolio by doing that, dude. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? That's how I do it, man. But in my opinion, that's one of the best ways I've funded my portfolio. Swing trade the volatility of the VT, which is the total world index, right? Swing trade the SCH. That's what I do. I swing trade the volatility of a REIT ETF. I mean, what do you tell people who flip houses, right? Obviously, I don't think they get taxed as badly, but profit is profit, dude. Who cares? You're getting taxed on the profit. It's not like you're getting taxed on the whole investment. You know, that's the way I look at it, man. It's pretty simple. Better to not pay taxes and let the gains compound. But yeah, that's why I have... Okay, Aaron, that's why 70% of my portfolio is diversified in buy and hold. So I take the dividends that I receive from my other investments and just invest them elsewhere. Here's the thing that Buffett and Munger didn't account for is buy and hold is a great strategy. It really is. And I do that. 70 to 80% of my portfolio is strictly diversified buy and hold, right? However, this is another thing that Buffett and Munger didn't account for that I think that they should, is they didn't account for how active the market fluctuations would be. And you could take advantage of small-term volatility fluctuations and fund your portfolio that way, right? Now, granted, yes, I do have to pay taxes on those short-term capital gains. Absolutely. Do I give a shit? No. But like I said, I'm only swing trading 3 ETFs, and those 3 ETFs take about roughly 20 to 30% of my portfolio at any given time. And I'm able to profit off of the volatility. I buy low, sell high, buy low, sell high, rinse, repeat, rinse, repeat. And honestly, I make a good amount of money for my portfolio to where I could just reinvest it. Qualified dividends are tax-free. Absolutely. Absolutely. And here, that's the thing. I buy and hold. I wouldn't say, okay, look, I'm not smarter than Warren Buffett, but you can still be less intelligent than somebody and still notice something that they didn't notice. Right? People do it all the time. There are people who don't even have a high school diploma that invent things, right? What I'm trying to say is sometimes things can get overlooked by people, even intelligent people. And what I noticed that Buffett and Munger seemed to overlook is that they didn't combine active investing with passive investing, right? So in a lot of ways, Buffett and Munger were passive investors primarily, right? But I think if you combine active swing trading and long-term investing, not combine them like in a little soup, but have them alongside each other parallel, right? Look at 20 to 30% of my portfolio is swing traded, and I get results from the swing trades. And then the rest of my portfolio, I don't touch it because I know what doesn't need to be touched, right? I have 3 ETFs that I constantly swing trade. Every other ETF that I own, every other individual stock I own, I let it sit there. I let it be. And the dividends that I get, I take those dividends and I invest them into some other ETF, right? Or some other individual stock that maybe I don't have. I like to spread out my risk. So my risk is highly spread out. I have a buy and hold methodology for 70 to 80% of my portfolio. It is buy and hold, Warren Buffett, Charlie Munger style. I'm a little more diversified than Buffett and Munger. I love diversification, by the way. They didn't, but I do. 20 to 30% of my portfolio. By the way, how do you know by the way, maybe I am a savant. Did that ever occur to you, Aaron? Maybe I'm a better investor than Warren Buffett. Wouldn't that be an interesting thought? I'm not saying I am, but what if I am and I don't even realize it? You know what I mean? Some savants don't even realize they're savants half the time. I could be one of those dudes, right? I'm probably not. I don't want to toot my own horn that much, but what I'm trying to say is swing trading ETFs might be, in my opinion, it's not full-on safe, but I think it's the safest way to swing trade. Aaron, dude, I'm being serious, dude. I'm not saying it's a foolproof, safe way, dude. Aaron, just tap the like button, man. Just tap the like button, bro. I appreciate you, brother. You guys are killing me, man. You guys are killing me. Let's go. If I was an old school 50-pound boombox, would you carry me on your shoulder wherever you walk? I hope that you don't get mad at me when I have to purchase bad D batteries. Appreciate each mixtape that you make. If I could only find the note to make you understand. I whisper swiftly in your ear and take you by the hand. Hear like your favorite tune. And know my heart's a stereo, it only beats for you. My heart's a stereo, it beats for you, so listen close. Hear my thoughts in every note. Whoa, but come on, man. Think about it. Really think about the patterns that I'm trying to lay out here. If you swing trade an ETF, Don't you think there might be some advantages to swing trading an already diversified product, right? Swing trading an index ETF was one of the biggest hacks, one of the biggest life hacks I thought I could ever find. And it's proven to be very, not only lucrative, but very successful. I keep enough cash on standby to be able to do these swing trades. And they work. It takes a little bit of time for them to come to fruition, but they work, And, if you're patient, that's one thing. I will say patience helps a lot when you're doing something like this. Have a little patience, still hurting from a love I've lost. But yeah, I love swing trading, man. I'm not saying people should do it, but I'm telling you, man, it's hot. I love dividends, dividends, all day long in a juicy man thong. All day long doesn't make me feel long. All day long in a juicy man thong, juicy man thong, juicy man thong. I don't really know what I'm doing here, man. What am I doing here, man? All I know is I'm sitting here alone in a juicy man thong. Everybody day. Everybody goes. Everybody gay. Aaron, it's not that I don't think that you've ever swing traded. I'm sure you have. I'm just saying that you act like swing trading is a cardinal sin. What did you swing trade, if I might ask, Aaron? Did you swing trade index ETFs, or were you one of those swing trade leverage ETFs, or did you swing trade individual stocks? See, that's my curiosity. What you were swing trading actually matters, by the way. It does. It absolutely does. For sure. By the way, I want to thank everybody who subscribed to the channel, by the way. The more subscribers we get, the better. But also, if you guys can, tap the like button. It does promote the show to a wider audience. So make sure you guys really, really tap that like button, please. I beg you. I'm begging you for likes. OMG. Yeah, Coca-Cola did make 18%. In a lot of ways, you could swing trade Coca-Cola and probably be okay, right? I think Coca-Cola is one of those companies. It's such a huge conglomerate. I would be shocked if Coca-Cola ever went out of business. That would shock me, actually, but, playing the volatility of Coca-Cola would be kind of fun. And maybe I should consider playing the volatility of Coca-Cola. I'm probably an idiot for not doing that. It's just there's a lot of risk in swing trading one single company, right? A lot of risk. Hey, thank you, Chris. I'm desperate for likes, man. Hey, Brad Stevens says, hey, Brad Stevens, dude, the greatest coach of all time. Can you give me a like, too? Make sure you tap that like button, brother. Oh, yeah, tap it. Tap it with your tip. I need to make a rap song called Tap It With Your Tip. Tap it with your tip. Tap it with your tip. Everybody's gonna tap the like button with their tip. Tap it with your tip. Tap it with your tip. Tap the like button with your tip. Tapping it with my tip. Everybody gonna make me flip. Tapping it with my tip. Tap that like button with my tip. Tapping it now right here. Everybody knows I'm... Tap it, tap it, tap it, tap it, tap it, tap it, tap it. Thank you, Chris. I appreciate you, my brony brother. Thank you guys for tapping the like button with your tip. I appreciate it. I don't recommend doing that, but thank you. I appreciate it. In fact, I'd like to say I discourage tapping with the tip. Dude, I think Tap It With Your Tip would be an incredible rap song, dude. Be like, tap it with your tip. Tap it with your tip. Everybody knows that I've got the grip. Tapping it with my tip. Tapping it with my tip. Tapping it with my tip. Everybody calls me an unk. Even though they're all acting like punks. Don't know why everybody's calling me an unk. Even though they're acting like a bunch of punks. What you looking at? Turn around, let me see that ass. I can't hold my juice. Standing on the edge of forever. At the start of whatever. Come on, you guys. Tap that like button. Tap it with your tip. Well, yeah, I mean, here's the thing. Trading isn't, honestly, if you know what you're doing, you can make income from trading. I mean, not going to lie. I'm able to fund my portfolio pretty well from it, you know? It depends on how much money you're willing to utilize at your disposal. So, I mean, I utilize a lot of, I have a lot of extra money that I have sitting around in my brokerage account straight up. I take advantage of it, for sure. And I figure, why not, dude? It's just an easy way for me to make extra gains for the portfolio. It's a way for my portfolio to really kick ass. Also, I will say that my bets against Bitcoin have been extremely, extremely lucrative. I love betting against Bitcoin, man. There's nothing sweeter in this world. Okay, maybe there is, but it is fun to bet against Bitcoin, though. I have a blast doing it. I just think that Bitcoin is such a waste of space. Well, it's just a waste of anything. It's a waste of electricity. It's a waste of people's money. Even though technically the dollar isn't backed by anything, it is backed at least by the U.S. government. What is Bitcoin backed by? The flimsy nature of shitty software? Yeah. I mean, I love the cryptography of the software, don't get me wrong. But Bitcoin will eventually be hacked by quantum computers. And this is something that people need to keep in mind, is that Bitcoin's eventually going to get hacked. Quantum computing is making large advancements. So, I don't know, man. The Bitcoin network will get cracked very soon. All right, so you guys want to hear some Coos Bay news? Let's. I know this is Tim Smith. You just understand, dude. Crypto's a Ponzi scheme, dude. Dude, crypto is that, dude. Aaron, come on, man. So you're telling, dude, Aaron, are you pro crypto? Aaron Russell, are you pro crypto? If you're pro crypto and you're telling me that swing trading stocks is a bad thing, I don't want to hear from you. I mean, I'll hear from you, but dude, if you think that crypto is anything other than a Ponzi scheme, I'm sorry, bro. You got your priorities totally messed up, man. Trying to see if there's any news happening in Coos County. Nothing interesting so far. No, nothing happening so far. Yeah, crypto is a scam. Thank you, Aaron. Thank goodness. Bra Logic is saying Nvidia is going to drop tomorrow. Wait, so why do you think Nvidia is dropping tomorrow? I mean, I do admit Nvidia is pretty damn overvalued, granted. But what makes you so sure it's just going to drop tomorrow? Like, have you noticed a pattern that nobody else has noticed? What the hell? What are you talking about, Dovidas? Make sure you guys like the stream, by the way. Tap the like button. They call me witty. P. Diddy. They call me witty, 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 P. Diddy. They call me witty. P. Diddy. Yeah, you just never know, man. There's a lot of people pumping up Nvidia right now, a lot of retail investors, a lot of institutional investors. Look, I really do think that Nvidia is going to be a pure play AI play. They're going to be one of the bigger names in the AI space. So I wouldn't really, I think shorting can be dangerous, man. I prefer to just spread out my risk through index funds, man. Index ETFs are just the easiest way to do it, in my opinion. Bra Logic says overvalue, and now it's the Chinese are in the stock. The Chinese are not buying the chips; they're shorting. Oh, really? Aaron Russell says if the Fed cuts 0.5 point tomorrow, markets will pump. Ooh, yeah, that's right. The Fed is making their decision tomorrow, so that's huge, man. So I do want to talk a little bit more about the Fed rate cuts. So let's take a look here. Fed rate cuts. Oh, wow. So gold rises ahead of... So this is a Reuters headline. It says gold rises ahead of Fed rate cut decision. Silver hits $60 an ounce milestone. Bloomberg says there's unusual drama around the Fed's rate decision. CNN is asking, why does the stock market care so much about a rate cut? Well, honestly, CNN, it's pretty obvious when there's a rate cut, that means that you can get a loan, essentially. You could borrow money at a lower interest rate. And the cheaper the money, you know what the people in the stock market, what they do with that money that they're borrowing is they're going to put it into safe haven assets like stocks and, I wouldn't say bonds, but the stock market's going to just go up. If the rate cut is 0.5 and if it's a 0.5 and not a 0.25, that would be crazy. Bra Logic said President Trump said yesterday he's okay in the sale of Nvidia chips to China. China is not buying. They are selling and shorting it. I don't know much about that. Nissan Skyliner says you got FN. What does that mean? I don't know what that means. Let's see. Aaron Russell says silver has been crazy 100% year to date. Yeah. Where am I from? I'm from the coast of Oregon, man. Coast of Oregon. Aaron Russell says China doesn't want the H200s. Make sure you guys tap the like button, though, if you can. More likes on the stream, the better. So make sure you tap that like button. Tap it. And as I said earlier, tap it with your tip. Tap it with your tip. Can you get a grip? Tap it with your tip. Can you get a grip? Tap it with your tip. Can you get a grip? Tap it with your tip. I'm looking at these live videos. I'm Chris Hansen, Dateline NBC. Interesting. You know, the vertical lives on YouTube have a lot of interesting slop about them. I'm very interested in the slop. I wouldn't say there's a lot of AI slop or anything, but there's a lot of slop. That's a sloppy shit. But yeah, no, I tend to enjoy... Vertical lives definitely feel like there's a lot of brain rot there. Too much brain rot, if you ask me. And, yeah, I tend to stay away from it. You gotta stay away from the brain rot. I do think that there's a lot of AI slop on YouTube, though. I think it almost permeates everywhere. It's crazy. Too much AI slop, if you ask me. At least that's what I believe. 'Cause I believe love is the answer. I believe love will find the way. Make sure you guys tap the like button. Try not to tap with your tip, though. Try not to tap with the tip. Just tap the like button like a normal person. I've seen so many people saying that they're tapping it with their tip. Don't do that. Avoid that, please. Just tap the like button normally. All right? Okay. Anyway, so moving on. So when it comes to the SCHH, I really do enjoy swing trading the SCHH, though. I have an obsession. I believe it's one of the best ways to swing trade, man. Oh crap! They got the PPR. Oh, they got the fantasy football rankings for this week, for week 15. I made the fantasy playoffs and I got the number 1 seed. Can you believe that? This is the 3rd year in a row. I think 2 years ago I think I got number 1 seed, and then last year I got the number 1 seed, and then this year I didn't win last year though. I got eliminated from the playoffs. I got routed. But this year's definitely I definitely have a powerhouse of a team. I led the entire league in fantasy points total, so I do think that I have a pretty good chance of winning out this entire fantasy playoffs. So I'm pretty excited to see what the result is. China will get Blackwell from UEA. Aaron is also saying Netflix is starting to look good. Yeah, Netflix is, I don't know. I've always been kind of wary of Netflix stock in a lot of ways. Let me put a poll out here. Let's put a poll out. Do you swing trade REIT index ETF? That's the question. Here we go. I'm putting out a poll, by the way. You guys ready for this poll? I think you guys are not ready for this jelly. I don't think you're ready for this jelly. Well, I think Netflix has always been a decent stock, but I still don't trust it completely because I think there's kind of going to be an exodus with Netflix. I think that more people are going to end their subscriptions just because Netflix subscriptions just seem to get larger and larger every year. They do have cheaper, more affordable plans, like the ones that allow for ads to play. You pay like, I don't know, $10 a month, and you also get ads. So I think Netflix has become adaptive in the streaming wars. I will say that when you do invest in Netflix, you are investing in the brand itself. So I think that's a big deal. So you guys make sure you tap like. Do you swing trade REIT index ETFs? We have one vote so far, and that vote is no. Interesting. I like putting these polls out, though. They're fun. Don't try to understand. I can't believe it, man. We're at 6,430 subscribers, man. Make sure you guys tap the subscribe button in the upper right-hand corner. It does help the channel grow in more ways than one. I appreciate it. But also tap that like button, too. Yeah. I'm still pretty wary of Netflix as a company, though. I know that they're basically the OG streaming company. I get that. But, like, the OG paid subscription streaming company for sure. But, I don't know. I have my doubts, man. Shitflix. I love it. I want to give a shout out to Bitdefender, by the way. Have you guys... hold on. Mr. Greeny is asking, how many caught last 2 week crypto dip? I profited quite a bit by selling my SBIT. I swing trade the SBIT as well. And I'll tell you what, those volatility swings, man... Oh, dude, it's so crazy. People don't realize how much money you can make swing trading the volatility of the SBIT. Now, granted, it's a little bit... extreme, and it's not for the faint of heart, and I'm a trickle buyer and a trickle seller. Trickle, trickle, trickle down my leg. All right. Ralph, what are you talking about, though? It says, Ralph is asking, for you to stay asleep, you need to close your eyes. I don't know what you're talking about, bro. Aaron Russell says, don't buy dips, buy from dipshits. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much what a dip buy is. So if the VT is down 1% for the day, that price decline means a bunch of morons are selling. And I'm going to buy from the morons. The old saying goes, buy from the bear. And this is my philosophy here. buy from the bear, sell to the bull, right? Buy from the bear. That's my swing trading philosophy at the bare minimum. Is, I'm always going to buy from the bear. Absolutely. I don't know. I think all crypto is a Ponzi scheme. So you're not preaching to me, at least. You're probably preaching to the chat, though. It's a Peter Lynch line. Yeah, that's a good one, man. I like that. But no, I love buying the swing trade dips. I love buying the index ETF dips because, they're so easy to swing trade, man. It's almost criminal that swing trading ETFs is not discussed more often on YouTube. Everybody's like, you should day trade penny stocks. Yeah, that's what most people are suggesting, and that's sad. By the way, this is not financial advice, just for entertainment, educational purposes only. Purposes only. Exactly. Take the profits, use it for stock. Yeah, basically you can expand your portfolio with the profits that you get from your swing trades. You don't have to swing trade your entire portfolio. This is a concept that people don't seem to understand. You don't have to, if you're a swing trader, you don't have to swing trade your entire portfolio. You can still be a passive investor, and on the same breath, you could still be a swing trader. You don't have to just be one or the other. You can have your cake. You can have your cake and eat it too, right? Anybody who says you can't have your cake and eat it too is a moron. Why even bake the cake? What's the point? That's like one of those sayings that I hate so much. Like, if you guys have probably heard that saying, you can't have your cake and eat it too. Bullshit. I can have my cake and eat it too. I'm proof of that, because first off, I believe that saying that can't have your cake and eat it too, I think that is a poor person's mindset. I really do. I believe that in my heart of hearts, that is the poorest of poor mindset. Like, if we were talking about, like, my boy Andrew Tate, for example, he would call that a brokey mindset, and I agree with him. I agree with him wholeheartedly. I think it's a bad idea to do that to yourself. You know what I mean? You absolutely can have your cake and eat it too. And if you believe otherwise, you're just going to stay poor the rest of your life. Anybody who believes in the saying you can't have your cake and eat it too is just going to be a poor person and terrible with money. Because they have a scarcity mindset versus an abundance mindset. If you have a scarcity mindset about everything, you're not going to succeed. If I had a scarcity mindset about YouTube, I wouldn't succeed. I believe there's plenty of people out there who want to watch my content. And it's proven to be accurate. There's plenty of people. You guys are proof that there are people who want to watch my content. I love it. But no, I'm glad you guys are here to watch. It's really fun. I really do enjoy doing this show for you guys, and you guys make it fun. You guys make it worth it. Without a doubt, man. I mean, gold. Here's the thing. I love gold, man. Gold is incredible. The dollar is, first off, the dollar isn't backed by anything. So it's like, of course the dollar's trapped. The dollar is worthless. One of the big things, I've noticed is when the dollar's worthless, man, which it always will be because it's not backed by gold or anything of substance. I understand why people bet against the dollar, dude. You should. And one of the ways you could bet against the dollar is to hold on. I mean, one of the surefire ways to bet against the dollar is to just is to invest in gold or invest in stocks. It's one of the surefire ways that you could bet against the dollar, without a doubt. And I mean, I say, why not, dude? Why not? If anything, I think more people should bet against the dollar, you know? But what do you guys think? Do you guys like to bet against the dollar? Like, I mean, I think betting against the dollar is probably one of the smartest things that one can do. But, you know, I mean, to each their own, obviously. But yeah, betting against the dollar is fun, dude. I don't understand why people don't do it more often. You know? Thoughts on Pete? I don't know much about Pete Davidson, man. What's up with his hair? Did he like change his hairstyle or something? I don't really keep up with celebrity news that much, unless it's Ryan Reynolds. Of course, I am pretty gay for Ryan Reynolds, but yeah, I don't really keep up with celebrity gossip or anything. Don't forget to tap the like button, you guys. Don't tap it with your tip. My kitchen cabinets are very sexy. I have very sexy, I love my kitchen cabinets, dude. I think they're great. Mr. Smelly says, thoughts on the new Five Nights at Freddy's movie? No, I don't know. Make sure you guys tap the like button, though, if you can. Tap that like button, man. The more likes we get, the better. It does help the channel grow in many, many ways. Many, 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 many men. Many, 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 many men. Yeah. Tap that like button, though, you guys. More likes, the better. It does help the channel grow in so many ways. Helps me grow. Helps me grow. Thank you, brother. I appreciate it. I do feel like I am the GOAT. This show made me the greatest of all time. I'm the GOAT, dude. I is the GOAT, dude. Yeah. Stare at that forehead all day? Hell yeah. Thank you, bro. I am very sexy. I'm sexy. I'm a sexy boy. I'm too sexy for my shirt. Too sexy for my shirt. So sexy it hurts. I'm too sexy for Milan. Sexy for Milan, New York and Japan. 'Cause I'm a model, you know what I mean. And I do my little turn on the catwalk. Sure, it works, man. I appreciate it, Brony. My Brony brother. You're a pink Brony bro, and you dance at the gay club. Oh my God, I'm just having fun on the stage in my hooves. I'm wearing a man thong down at the Pink Brony Club. I'm gonna keep on crapping at the Pink Brony Club. I'm gonna keep on fapping down in West Hollywood. I'm gonna keep on crapping the Pink Brony Club. Hello? Yeah. Oh, doing pretty well. Thanks for asking. How you doing?
I'm doing great, thank you. I was calling regarding the email that you sent to our customer service center. You were just wanting to know a little bit about our customer service center in general. And I just wanted to give you a call regarding that.
Oh, sure. Yeah, I appreciate that.
Of course. I do want to let you know at this time we don't have any external openings available. However, if that changes, I do encourage you to apply for the role. It does show it's available on our site. That way you have an application submitted. That way if we do open this position to external applicants, then you have that skepticism. But I did want to just answer a little bit about your question in general, just so that way if it is something that interests you, if it does open externally, you know it. And then of course answering phone calls, just within processing general inquiries for our members, whether that's just a balance check, maybe you want to transfer some money, things along those lines, maybe make a loan payment, something along those lines, or getting them over to a staff member in which they need to talk to if they're inquiring on loans. If you want to send them over to one of our lenders, that's included as well. There's a lot of since there's no cash handling, it really is all limited as to what we can do transaction-wise in the customer service center, but it's quite technical.
Oh, that's incredible. Yeah, I mean, because I have one of the reasons I was even inquiring to begin with is I was like, well, I've been wanting to test the waters of a few different places to see what they have, and I've got like 13 years of call center experience, and I was like, well, it would be interesting, and just to kind of get a gauge on it, just to kind of understand like just the nature of it. So I've just been, like I said, testing the water, see what's out there, see what's available, and sending emails as well. I was like, I've just been, I like being proactive and stuff, and so I appreciate you even giving me a call. This is awesome, and even knowing what the day to day, or having a general idea of what's involved in your guys' customer service is pretty incredible.
Oh, I appreciate that. Yeah, no, I figured since you emailed and you were interested, that I'd give you a call just to let you know. And as far as the must-have skills of this position, I know typically what our hiring managers look for, somebody who can pick up on new software programs pretty quickly. Given that we're accredited, I mean, we don't change our programs too terribly often, but when we do, it's usually a larger scale. And so it's completely new for everybody at the same time. So just being able to adapt to new programs. The typical schedule, it can change. I know typically it's around like a 7 to 4 or an 8 to 5, something along those lines. And then occasionally, from what I gather, is this particular customer service center will rotate Saturdays, which would be a 10 to 2 shift. But sometimes you don't even have to work those monthly. It just depends on what the staffing looks like per month. And if you do have to work a Saturday, it's usually only one per month.
That sounds pretty cool. I mean, do you guys ever do like part time or anything like that?
For the customer service center, no, not really. Just because it's so busy that we do need full-time work.
Oh yeah.
But we do have occasional part-time to cover positions that do pop up. Those are pretty rare, though. We do tend to keep to more full-time roles.
Oh yeah, yeah. I always like to see if there's part time or full time, and Yeah, this is awesome. I didn't actually expect a callback from you guys. I was expecting usually just people respond via email. I mean, not that it's a bad thing, because I actually prefer the actual one-on-one communication side of things. It's actually it's a lot more what's the word, interpersonal or something like that when it's a phone call, because you can actually hear somebody's tone and stuff like that. So I think that matters. So I really appreciate that.
Oh, of course. No, not a problem at all. I figured if there was anything I could do to help, I'd give you a call. That way you're aware, and that way if you did want to put an application, you're more than welcome. Like I mentioned, it's not open to external applicants at this time, but that way, if it does open up to externals, we have your application and we can give you a call.
I love it. Well, I appreciate the callback though. Really cool.
Yeah, absolutely. I appreciate your interest in the position, and if you have any other questions or concerns that pop up, feel free to reach out to the human resources department at any time. We're happy to help.
Oh, sounds like a plan to me. Oh, what was your name one more time?
Tristan.
Tristan. Well, I appreciate you big time, and I just hope you have yourself an incredible rest of the day, all right?
Yeah, you too, Michael. Thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome. Bye. There we go. Sorry, they were inquiring about something. They didn't have any. I was looking for open positions at a bank, because for customer service and stuff like that. They don't have any current positions open, but that's okay. Totally fine with that. You're a pink brony bro, and you dance at the gay club. Oh my God, I'm just having fun on the stage in my hooves. I'm wearing a man thong down at the Pink Brony Club. I'm gonna keep on crapping at the Pink Brony Club. I need to take a piss. All right, here we go. We're back. We're live. All right, everybody, we're back. We're large and we're in charge. We've been getting a lot of subscribers lately, man. This is crazy. I've been loving it, man. What if we lowered this down to 75? Let's try that. Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. Here we go. Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me so softly? Testing 1 2. Testing 1 2 3. Everybody looks at me. They feel so sexy. Oh, Tim Smith is in the house. Okay, Tim Smith says breaking Colts signed Phillip frickin' Rivers. It's the grandpa bowl, dude. It's grandpa football, dude. Colts signed 44-year-old Phillip Rivers. I can't believe this, dude. Really? This is cray-cray, man. Yeah, this is crazy. I can't believe Phillip Rivers. Okay, so the Colts are signing Phillip Rivers to the practice squad. Okay. They're taking a chance, dude. They're taking a chance. They're getting Phillip Rivers back on the field. I got to admit, this is kind of a bold move by the Colts, dude. I mean it. I think that's a bold move, dude. I mean, you are taking a real chance. He is an older quarterback, and I don't know what to say, man. Except for, like, I think the Colts might be onto something or on something. I don't know. Man, Tim Smith, what do you think about this, brother? It's crazy. Old-ass Phillip Rivers is potentially back in the NFL, dude. Potentially back. And looks like he is back. Which is honestly kind of wild to me, man. I am actually a little bit shocked that he's making a comeback, because he's really hasn't been in the NFL for a while. It's been some time. And, I mean, we're witnessing the reemergence of a classic player, dude. And, hey, look, Phillip Rivers is a great player. I want to make sure people are aware that I'm not discounting this man's talent. In fact, if anything, I've always been very impressed by his ability to play. So seeing this man back in action, potentially, Tim Smith says Cardinals offer tryout no way. Matt Hasselbeck? Dude, don't tell me that, dude. Matt Hasselbeck. The dad bod NFL is lit. Okay, so that's fake news. Okay. Dude, I would love it. That'd be hilarious if the Arizona Cardinals tried to sign Hasselbeck. Dude, that'd be wild, actually. That would be a very wild turn of events, if anything. What do you guys think, though? You guys think that we're witnessing a new kind of NFL? The new old man NFL, dude. This is like the level of old manship, just all the old men coming in, dude. All these sexy old men. Wild. I don't know what we're witnessing, man, but it's definitely a new kind of NFL for sure. Without a doubt. A new kind. Oh, we're getting ready for it, man. We're pumped. I'm okay with some old man football. Are you guys okay with it? Let's hope you are, man. Make sure you guys tap that like button, though. The more likes we get, the better. Oh, jeez. Tim Smith, man. Tim Smith killing it, bro. What a beast. Oh, what a beast. Oh, what a man. Yeah, so I'm a fan of Phillip Rivers. I do think he's an extraordinary player. I think he's do I think he's a Hall of Famer? I would say he should be considered a Hall of Famer. He was always a very great quarterback, put up incredible statistics. And by the way, you don't have to win a Super Bowl to be in the Hall of Fame. I think Dan Marino, last time I checked, is in the Hall of Fame. And he never won a Super Bowl. Dan Marino, Hall of Fame. Yeah, I mean, you don't have to win a Super Bowl to be in the Hall of Fame. But it would be neat to see Phillip Rivers actually win a Super Bowl, though. I mean, that would be a nice little feather in his cap, and it'd be incredible, actually, for a guy just to not play for 5 years and all of a sudden be like, all right, let's get to it. So I will be interested to see what Phillip Rivers is able to accomplish on his end, man. I think it'll be, if he's able to pull it off. I mean, that really is wild if he's able to pull that off. The question is, will he be able to pull it off? I don't really know. But I think it's going to be, can he do it? Can Phillip Rivers actually pull this off? Can he win a Super Bowl with the Colts? I don't really know. Let's take a look at the poll, though. Tap the like button if you can. The question is, do you swing? And we got 12 votes on this already, so I'm very excited about this poll. So do you swing trade REIT index ETFs? And 54% of you surprisingly said yes. I wasn't expecting that many yeses on this. And 23% of you said no. And then 23% of you said that you're a swinger and you're not a swing trader. That's funny. But yeah, no, swing trading index REIT ETFs is kind of fun, mainly because at least if you're buying the dip on it, you're potentially getting a better yield on the dividends, man. But yeah, I love REIT ETFs, man. They're the best. Dolphin Tactic is asking which is better for beginners, Fidelity or Robinhood. I mean, I've never actually used Fidelity before, so I don't know what that interface is like. I would say, though, Robinhood is great for beginners and advanced users alike. I think that I just love Robinhood's interface a lot more. I've never used Fidelity's interface, so I have zero clue if Fidelity's actually easier or tougher. I have zero clue on Fidelity. But, yeah, no, I prefer using... I prefer using Robinhood. I like I said, I don't know much about. I can't really compare the two because I've never used Fidelity before. You're a pink brony bro. Oh, that's right. I was going to look up the fantasy rankings real quick. So we're looking up fantasy football rankings on here. While we're waiting for the poll results, we're seeing how many people vote in this poll, by the way. We got 13 votes on the poll. I like that. Like I said, do you swing trade REIT index ETFs? 54% of you said yes. 23% say no. 23% say I'm a swinger, not a swing trader. I love it. Sean Solo is asking Garnier or Head and Shoulders. I would rather go Garnier Fructis or whatever the hell it is. I like the Garnier products. I haven't used them in a long time, but I like them more than Head and Shoulders. I also don't have dandruff or anything, so I guess I don't really think about that much. The Pink Brony Club. I'm gonna keep on fapping down in West Hollywood. I'm gonna keep on fapping at the Pink Brony Club. Pink Brony Club. I'm up and my balls are on the floor. Everybody's looking at me, calling me a whore. I know that there's a messed up place where all these brony brothers are creaming in my face. I'm having homo dreams of creaming in Tennessee. Oh, Santa Monica, you've been so good to me. Won't make my mama proud. I know she's gonna cause a scene. She sees a brony boy. I know she's gonna scream, God, what have you done? You're a pink brony bro, and you dance at the gay club. Oh my God, I'm just having fun. On the stage in my hooves, I'm wearing a man thong down at the Pink Brony Club. I'm gonna keep on fapping at the Pink Brony Club. Thank you guys for all the likes and all the subscribes, by the way. I can't believe how many subscribers we're getting. Incredible. Magical. Let's go. But yeah, overall, I think we're on the right path with this show. I really feel that we are, man. I think we're doing the right stuff. We talk about the brony life, maybe a little too much. The brony bros. You're a pink brony bro. Pink Brony Club. I'm gonna keep on fapping at the Pink Brony Club. I'm gonna keep on crapping down in West Hollywood. I'm gonna keep on fapping at the Pink Brony Club. Pink Brony Club. Do you guys want to go to the Pink Brony Club with me? Hell yeah. I think a lot of people want to go to the Pink Brony Club, dude. I think so. I think everybody does. Hell yeah. How's it going, party people? And I can be your hero, baby. My Gooner Brony brothers. What's up? So I think we'll end the poll. We got 14 votes on the poll. That's not too shabby. 57% of you said yes. 22% said no, and then 21% said no. Oh, probably end the live stream here in a little bit. Not just yet, though. Got to stay in the yellow. Oh, before they turn off all the lights, I won't read you your wrongs or your rights. The time is gone. Actually, I'm going to do an experiment here. There we go. We're doing a little bit of a sound experiment, and it's going to be interesting. We'll see where it leads to. Yes, testing 1 2 3, testing 1 2. All right, let's go. But yeah, overall, I think with everything that's what am I trying to say here? I want to say something, but I don't know what I want to say. Sang says I got selected in Bonnie Blue. Oh, jeez. Oh no, what are you saying, bro? What are you saying? Say it ain't so. Good Lord, man. That's not... Were you one of the people that were actually selected in the Bonnie Blue Challenge? That's so crazy. If that's true, oh my God, I wouldn't be surprised if half of you bronies... I'm assuming that half of you bronies out there banged Bonnie Blue. That's the assumption. Well, I just heard the news today. Seems my life is gonna change. I close my eyes, begin to pray. Then tears of joy stream down my face. But anyway, so let's see here. Probably up the gain a little bit. Just a little bit. There we go. But yeah, overall, I think, yeah, we're on the right track with the show, man. We're getting to where we gotta go. Getting to where we gotta go, man. Little bit more, little bit more. My stream is too quiet. So we'll probably end the stream here in just a few moments. We don't seem to have a lot of viewers at the moment, so it sucks. It's all right, though. See what we could do. Yeah, but yeah, overall, I mean, I think the key to good investing is really just making sure that you're not like investing. Here's the thing: I think swing trading in individual stock is very dangerous, right? The price fluctuations of it. But swing trading an entire ETF, though, that is kind of in my wheelhouse of like, let's do this, that sort of thing. It's definitely in my wheelhouse, and I will gladly continue to swing trade as much as humanly possible. I think swing trading is a bit of a lost art in a lot of ways, and you can have great success swing trading, without a doubt. So yeah, swing trading is incredible, man. So do you guys swing trade any specific ETFs, like any index ETFs? Because everybody's got their own personal preferences when it comes to investing, but some people like to trade individual stocks. Some people like to trade index-based ETFs. I am curious, though, what are your guys' preferences overall? All right, let's see here. What do we got? We got several people. What's going on, party people? There we go. Okay. Yeah, it looks like the audio is improving on the stream, which is good. I definitely worked very hard to get the audio right on this, and it's been a tough one. It's been tough. It's not always easy. It's not easy to be me. Yeah, okay, cool. Give me just another moment, you guys. Just another moment. Maybe I should probably up the gain just a little bit. Just a tad. There we go. I think as long as I'm not, like, living in the red, I should be good. There we go. It's not too low, not too high. Peaking a little bit, but not too much. That seems to be just the sweet spot right there. Yeah, I swear, figuring out the gain on this is more of a pain in the arse than I anticipated, but it's pretty fun, though. I do have a good time trying to figure it all out. And you don't want too much gain. You kind of want to be in that sweet spot. You know what I mean? You want people to be able to hear you, but you don't want it to get too out of hand. Tap the beginning of the red. Yeah. Make sure you guys tap the like button, though. The more likes we get, the better. It does help the channel grow. But yeah, we're killing it, man. We're kicking ass, and we're taking names and doing the right stuff. And at least trying to do the right stuff, you know. Okay, so what else we got on the docket? What else do we got on the docket? Okay. Yeah. Oh, snap. The SCHH went down a little bit further today. Hold on. There we go. SCHH, bitches. I will say, trying to figure out the whole audio situation on this show it's been interesting. It's been interesting. Trying to kind of work within the bounds of YouTube a little bit. I think -5 would be fine. So, yeah, I'll probably have to up the gain a little bit. Here we go. Up the gain. Just a smidgen. There we go. Yeah, 'cause I still want people to hear, but we don't want to get into clipping range, you know, because clipping range, you don't want to mess with that too much, but you do kind of want to live in the yellow, but you don't want to be too soft. That's the crazy thing. Figuring out the right range for audio on YouTube is I'll admit it, very much a pain in the ass, but if you do it right, you know, you get rewarded for sure. We'll up the gain manually, and you know, what's great though is I do have a baseline. I can up the gain manually on the microphone itself and figure out what works and what doesn't for this particular show. Mashali, I'm not going to dance, man. I'm not dancing. I ain't a dancer. I'm not much of a dancer, bro. Sorry about that. You ain't going to catch me dancing, oh. 'Cause I ain't dancing today. All right. Well, make sure you guys tap the subscribe button at the very least. The more subscribers we get, the better. Does help the channel grow. What else do I got to say? But yeah, I ain't dancing. I'm not much of a dancer anyway. I used to dance when I was younger, but as I gotten older, not much of a dancer. But yeah, I think from what I've been able to tell, I kind of prefer when it comes to investing overall. Like I said, there's a certain appeal, a certain desirable aspect to knowing that you're swing trading something that has a lot of different stocks within it, right? Knowing that these funds that I'm swing trading have a diversified portfolio within them makes it to where I could sleep soundly at night in a lot of ways. And yeah, I prefer it that way. I want to be able to sleep soundly at night. That's the smartest thing in my opinion. Yeah, I still can't believe Phillip Rivers signed with the Colts though. That is kind of insane. I mean, like I said, he is an older quarterback, so seeing him out on the field again will be kind of extraordinary if you think about it. It's going to be a very interesting situation. I don't think it'll be a bad one. I think the Colts are desperate for a QB. They need somebody, and obviously Daniel Jones is injured for the rest of the season. He's out, so it'll be interesting, man. All right, we got the fantasy football rankings for week 15. Here we go, dude. Let's see where my guys stand real quick. So for quarterbacks, we got Patrick Mahomes is at 11. Joe Burrow's at 6. That makes sense. So I'm starting Burrow this week, that's for sure. Because I don't trust Mahomes at this point to go up. When Mahomes goes up against a tough defense, I don't trust him. And I'm really glad that I picked up Joe Burrow. I picked him off of the waivers before anybody else did. I was really stoked because he was on the IR, and I had gotten wind that he may be coming back sooner. So when I heard that, I was like, okay, I'm definitely stashing Joe Burrow. So I stashed Joe Burrow, which was the smartest move I could have made. And let's see. Now I got Joe Burrow as my main quarterback. Mahomes is now my bench quarterback, depending on the matchups. Now, if Mahomes has a better matchup than Burrow, I'm actually going to start Mahomes over Burrow. But, yeah, Joe Burrow's going up against Baltimore this week, so that makes sense that he's number 6. So I got Burrow starting. Let's take a look at the running back situation. Ooh, I don't think I have any running backs that are in the top. Ooh. Oh, hold on. Let's look at running backs real quick. Let's see here. What up, Brony? Yeah, I remember you, bro. What up, dude? What a beast. Oh, what a beast. Oh, what a man. Yeah, looking up some fantasy football stuff real quick. Feeling like a champion. La champion. Yeah, checking out just a couple things on the old app real quick, and then probably gonna stop doing a live for. I'll do another live video later, but. Okay, here we go. So I got a list of the running backs here. Man, none of my running backs are listed in the top 10. That makes sense, though, because I got, like, bottom of the barrel running backs. Let's see. Oh, my God. Dude, I think all... I think all of my running backs are listed... Like, Tyrone Tracy Jr. is next to Jalen Warren. It's so funny, because I have all three of these running backs. Tracy Jr. is listed at 23. 24 is Jalen Warren. 25 is... So all of my running backs are not even in the top 10, not the top 10 through 20. They're literally in the bottom of the barrel. That's crazy. So yeah, I don't even think it really matters who I start at this point. I mean, Jalen Warren is going up against a susceptible Miami Dolphins defense, so I'll probably end up starting Warren over Tracy on that one. But yeah, all my running backs are basically the scraps. They're not the best running backs. They're middle of the road in my opinion. They're still pretty good, but a lot of them have like a timeshare with the other running backs, so it's kind of like it's kind of it's some sort of a lose-lose situation there. My wide receivers though, my wide receivers are top ranked, but Justin Jefferson's ranked 14 right now, but Jamar Chase and Rashee Rice, number 4 and number 5. That's good. So I got like the two best receivers right now. I think Justin Jefferson's going to have a blowout game against Dallas. I think they're going to finally get it together and then dish the ball to Justin Jefferson because Dallas has a very weak secondary last time I checked. Ladd McConkey's at 21. Yeah, so I mean, I got good receivers, thank goodness. I got Burrow as well, so that's nice. I think I have the top tight end. Yeah, I actually have the top tight end. Trey McBride is the top tight end in his position. George Kittle's pretty good, but Trey McBride's the GOAT right now. And then for kickers, let's see. Matt Prater's listed at 15, and then defense. I got the Texans defense. I think they're like rated at like number 1. Texans defense against Arizona's rated at number 4. Dude, Texans have like the best defense in the league. That's actually kind of criminal. Although Philadelphia is going up against Las Vegas, so that makes sense. It's kind of matchup dependent. Oof. But either way, not bad. My lineup should suffice. It's going to be interesting, though. I've got a very up and down lineup. Some guys are scrubs. I mean, usually in my running back position, I typically have middle of the road guys. But, you know, for the two wide receiver positions in flex, I have like the best receivers you could ever imagine. So I was able to rack up on like studs when it comes to receivers, but yeah, it's just one of those things. I'm going to make sure the door's unlocked. Hold on. All right, so probably going to end the stream here in just a second. There we go. All right. Oh, but yeah, I gotta do a couple things. Gotta probably do a little bit of dishes and then chill out, chillax for a second, and then blah blah blah. I'm ready to roll, man. But I do want to thank you guys for tuning in, though. I am going to have to jet here in a second, and gotta do my thing, man. Gotta do my thing. But I will do another live here in a bit, probably, I don't know, another hour or so. I got some stuff around the house I got to do. And then, of course, you guys will see me a little later tonight. I'll be doing a bit of, maybe an evening stream. Don't know how late I'll do that, but not too late. I'm trying to go to bed earlier, so that's the goal at least. Early bedtime. All right, though. I'll catch you all later. Thank you so much for tuning in.